Hi, so I plan on doing a Yu Hakusho deck overview. I'll eventually be doing individual deck profiles so you can see each card in each deck, but for right now I'll just be explaining decks. They're in order by what I constructed them. The first one I did was Saint Beast. I'm gonna end up scrapping this deck. I didn't like it, so I'm gonna either restructure it or just scrap it completely. Second is Toguro. I'm still missing like 7 cards, around there, so it doesn't function as optimal as I would like it, but it works really well. I've tested it plenty of times. Next is Uratogi. Oh, this was Alliance format, Gateway format, and this is Gateway format. So this is Uratogi. I really like this deck. I tested it last night. I tested it a few days ago, or about a week ago, and it went up against Mill, and I was really unhappy about it. But since I tested it with Toguro, it works really well. It's still missing a couple of cards, but not many. Oh, I will be doing complete deck profiles only once I have all the cards, so yeah, most of these only need like 1 or 2 cards, so yeah. Next is Sensui. The same problem I had with Uratogi. It went up against Mill, and I was unhappy with it. It went up against Mokoro Mill, so I don't know. Maybe it's just too overpowered. Oh yeah, this is Alliance format, obviously, as you can see by the first card. This needs some work. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but Sensui's my favorite character, so I knew I wanted to build this deck. Next is Gateway format Genkai. I really love this deck. I restructured it, and I really love what I did with it. It works really well. I'm only missing a couple of cards, but they're easy cards to get, so yeah, I think this will be one of the ones up for the individual deck profiles. Genkai. Next is Alliance format Mokoro deck. This deck has 2 versions. This is strictly Mill, and it doesn't really use the team bonus of if you cause damage you take 2. It's just using milling cards. This one right here takes advantage of that mechanic, but this one's just using mill cards. It works really well. And yeah, when I use this, when I battled with my Sensui deck, yeah, it made me really unhappy with the Sensui deck, but I really like this, and I've even improved on it. Only need a few cards for this. So, the second version is using obviously 5 characters, but the main version is, as you can see at the bottom, is using the king pieces. I really like this deck a lot. It may be my second favorite deck. You'll see what my first favorite deck is in a while. So the same with this one. It has a different build. It's more experimental, but it takes advantage of beatdown. I've already decided what cards I need for this. I only have like, I guess like 25 cards, and I still need to get like, I don't know, like 13 more for it, and then I'll be testing it, and I'm pretty sure I'll be fixing the problems I see with it. Okay, these 2 are exclusive Ghost File decks. It uses nothing but Ghost File cards. and I really wanted to build decks like these, and I really like them. I'm still missing a couple cards for it. This one's closer to completion. This one needs like 3 lost, but lost are really hard to get, so I might just recycle the lost in my other decks. I only have 3 in total, but I have a 4th one coming in, so probably just swap, you know, two for each deck, so that way I can have, you know, 2 and 2, so it can work pretty well, I guess. Okay, so this is Team Ichigo. This is like balance, attack, defense, and I like to use Sword of the Darkness Flame to turn my defense to offense. I only have 1 copy of that card. I think that's enough, because that card seems situational, so I only need 1. I haven't tested these for restructuring yet, as I need a couple of cards for it, but I'm pretty sure I'll be restructuring these. This, it might look like a Urameshi deck, but it isn't. It's a mill deck. I'm on the fence of switching the Hiei character for Kazamaru, which does the exact same thing. The only difference is that Kazamaru only needs 1 attack cost, and it only discards 1 from the top of the opponent's deck. I don't know. We'll see when I test it. This is my favorite deck. I really like it. I can't believe I was able to build this and make it work. It's this Sariasuke mill deck, gateway format. It works really, really well, and it was based upon the card Dazed and Confused. I think I'm really close to having all the cards for this, so you'll be able to see that eventually, I guess. And this is the newly built 11th deck. This uses a whole bunch of cards from Betrayal and Alliance, but I hardly have any cards from those sets. As you can see, there's only 2 cards, so this needs a lot of work. So you can see, oh, for this, it's supposed to be a Team Martial Mill, and I thought I was being innovative with that idea, but on TradeCardsOnline.com you can possibly see that someone else had the idea before me, which is nice that somebody thought the same thing I did, and I did not steal their idea. You can't see their deck, but just by the title of the deck you can tell that it might be a martial mill as well. So there's a total of 11 decks I'm working on, and I plan to make many more. I've only been collecting this TCG for a year, and I plan to continue and hopefully make better decks and complete and have at least 1 card of every card in the Yu Hakusho TCG for my collection. I'm going for a master set, so 11 decks, well 10, because I'm scrapping this or restructuring, I haven't decided. So I guess last thing is, if you want a match, just comment or PM me and I'll get back to you. Also check out the Yu Hakusho TCG Forum. It's a really great site. I'm known as Cynic Focus there, so just hit me up there if you want, or just check out the website. It's really cool. I guess I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, I guess that's it.